They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball?
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. He was brought down by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 9. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 9 now. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Good coverage on the outside. I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over his head. Smart play.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go.
He's got a man, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Mills on 1st down. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Bucs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Mills. And in for the Buccaneers. Touchdown. Donald Parham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx fix him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Mills to throw it. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charlie Kohler, 39 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The center receiver in motion to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second and 3. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Better than this.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He'll buy some time right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mills. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charlie Kohler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
A waste of time.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. On play action, Mills. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Back to throw here. For Marshall, that's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is caught at the 20. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you want to knock him in the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 51 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target too. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, here's Mills. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Now Mills on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Play fake, Mills. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Buccaneers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Calvin Farley. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. It's still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Second and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. It's a room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are on their way to a 2-0 start. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him. But I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts. But his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And it pushes way forward to about the 32. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterback
touchdown. Donald Parham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that was playing at an elite level.
Forced out to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2nd and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Pretty solid